people ask me all the time, how's the firewood business? I tell them it's on fire. It's on fire.
Just outside Smithville, Texas, on a little road that splits off State Highway 95, Javier Sanchez and his father Joel operate Chief Firewood. Some of the wood he and his father send out from their yard every day ends up fueling the smokers of the best barbecue joints in Texas.
There's no other barbecue like Texas barbecue. You hear people say, oh, it's just barbecue. No, it's not. A Texas barbecue is the best.
If you think Javier has a passion for Texas barbecue, just wait until you hear him talk about the secret ingredient without which no brisket, ribs, or deliciously smoked sausage could exist: patiently seasoned firewood.
Yeah, the most common wood that we supply is post oak, and that's just what's native here in our region here in Central Texas. I'll say it's the motherland of post oak. And I think post oak, this is just my opinion. I don't know if it's the truth or not, but I think post oak, it just got really popular and famous because Aaron Franklin.
Arguably the most famous pitmaster of them all, Aaron Franklin gets the wood for his restaurant from, you guessed it, Chief Firewood. They also supply such storage joints as Interstellar, Law BBQ, and Terry Black's, just to name joints in Austin, though they deliver to Lockhart, San Antonio, and Houston as well.
Post oak is just a really good wood. I mean, it doesn't overpower the meats with smoky flavor. It burns really clean. You get that nice blue smoke that you're looking for. But post oak is what I would say 95% of our sales are. Followed by maybe mesquite and pecan, about the same, and then hickory.
Javier may be one of the few wood purveyors who can say he supplies wood to a Michelin-recognized barbecue joint like La Barbecue, where pitmaster and chef Ali Clem is a loyal customer.
In barbecue, wood is, your source of fuel. And so having the correct wood is what makes your product.
Because believe it or not, wood is an ingredient. It's not just wood, it is an ingredient. So having all the right ingredients you put, makes it available so you can put out the perfect product.
Yeah, it gets to that, because you don't want it to be too smoky. As you can see, we're cooking right now and you can't even see smoke. So we burn very clean fires, which has a lot to do with this as well. If you see smoke, it's like a dirty fire.
Javier goes to great lengths to supply the best firewood he can. That takes patience.
You have to sit on the wood. To properly season, you have to sit on it. You have to sit on it for a year at a time. When you cut a green tree, to let it properly season, they say it takes a year and an inch for it to dry. So that's why we split it.
Despite Javier's passion for firewood now, there was a time when he wasn't as excited about the family business.
I guess I didn't want to do firewood because I was doing it as a kid. I almost kind of grew up to hate it, And then I told myself, when I get old enough, I'm not going to do anything with wood. I enjoyed being with him, but it was also like a chore as well, It was work, That's all my father knows is work, work, work. That's all he's done, He's come from Mexico and everything we got is because of him working.
Javier was working in construction and training to be an electrician. But one day, a friend asked him what he was doing with his life.
And he told me, he said, man, what are you doing? When are you going to take over your dad's business? He said, the foundation is there. It's up to you to build it up. And when he told me those words, I've always said it hit me like a ton of bricks, but Daniel Vaughn said it hit me like a quart of wood. So yeah, I like that phrase now. It hit me like a quart of wood. Let me build it up. And that's what I did.
Beyond working with his father in the wood yard, Javier still drives a truck for deliveries every day. He's also the face of the company. He takes orders and he runs the social media.
And believe it or not, my days are long. My days are long. When I say I'm working day and night, it's the truth. I'm working day and night, and I do that by choice. I'm only going to be this age one time in life. Might as well get it while I can.
Now, Javier is proud of the business. He's proud of the part that Chief Firewood plays in supplying the wood that helps make Texas barbecue so singular.
I'm not going to say I found my purpose in life, but actually now, I'm actually doing something, good. My wife told me the other day, she's so proud of me, for everything that I have accomplished. Yeah, that shouldn't be an issue. And like I tell her and like I tell everybody else, it's not all me, you know, it's not all me. If it wasn't for my father, there would be no Chief Firewood. I'm just the face of Chief Firewood. You know, my father, he's the brains of Chief Firewood. He's the one that started Chief Firewood. He's the one that had the vision of Chief Firewood.
Born in Mexico, Joel did all kinds of jobs when he arrived in the States. He worked in the fields as a farm laborer. He bagged potatoes in a factory in Idaho. Eventually, he found himself working in the oil fields in West Texas. The company he worked for asked him if he'd consider moving to Smithville.
And I told my wife, well, I mean, we just got married, we had the first kid, and I told my wife, well, let me go over there and take a look at it. If I like the scenery, if it's better than West Texas, West Texas is better sand, you know. So when I first got over here and I see all these big trees, all green, all that, I said, yeah, we're moving. So I moved down here to Smithville, Texas in 1979. Keep on working on the oil field.
Joel was always resourceful. He was always looking for other ways to make money for his family.
This gentleman here today, there was my neighbor. He had a wood yard in Houston, and he liked my pickup, and he told me to switch he gave me his 18-wheeler for my pickup, and that's how I started in the wood business. I started hauling his wood to Houston, and then from there, take off, you know.
He supplied wood from Central Texas to wood yards all over Houston, but over time, he began to pick up restaurants as clients.
I'm proud that a lot of these restaurants, they use our wood. They like our product, you know. And like Javier say, you know, have a good product and be responsible and be there on time whenever they need it, you know, and give them a good service.
Doing an honest job is one of the many lessons Joel has passed down to Javier.
Your family's always gonna have your back, you know. You might have a friend that says, "Oh, I'm your ride or die," but when it comes down to it, you know, it's not gonna be there like your family is always gonna be there.
It comes and goes.
Yeah, friends come and go.
As we walked through the vast wood yard, surrounded by gargantuan piles of aging wood, Javier and Joel pointed out many things needing to be done. Joel showed us different machinery he had designed. Javier described an innovative cage they'd built to make delivering firewood easier. Their partnership was plain to see.
Thank you for everything, you know. You're giving me a good life, you know. I never wanted anything in life. I always had, you know, everything. You know, I had never needed anything. I mean, we didn't grow up rich, but to me, I felt like we were rich, yeah. You know, I mean, I turned 15 years old, I got my license, I had a car.
I always try to do the best for my kids, all the time.
I mean, if I need something, you're there, you know. You've helped me, you know. My house, you gave the down payment, you know, on my second house. So, yeah, you know, yeah, thank you.
Because I love you.
And I love you, thank you, yeah.